There's an old observation in the world of media consumption. Women don't necessarily watch it, but they'll read the hell out of it. Today, folks, we're going to do a deep dive into the psychology of smut. But specifically, it's the evolution of the female gaze in literature. From the fog-drenched moors of the 19th century to let's just say the highly specific agricultural fantasies of today, we're going to look into the why do women choose the page over the screen. And how did we get from Emily Bronte to Minotaurs? Now, as always, before we dive into this and peel back the layers, or I should say dive into the pages of this subject, if you're appreciating these deep dives of the psychology of our culture, please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe on your way in, because it does help the algorithm tell people that this is popular. It helps me know that you are appreciating these things, and it just helps keep the lights on. So, if you've got that taken care of already, let's talk about the slow burn of the literary erotica system. Obviously, we have to start with the classics, Wuthering Heights, or even the works of Danielle Steel. In these stories, the eroticism isn't in the act, it's in the yearning. According to research in the Journal of Popular Romance Studies, these stories function as, I can't really say the word, but it's emotional spicy content. The draw isn't just physical, it's the high-stakes emotional payoff. Psychologist Annis Pratt, who studied archetypical patterns in women's fiction, suggests that these stories tap into the lover archetype, a primal urge, not just for sex, but for connection. In Wuthering Heights, the original work, Heathcliff and Cathy aren't just lovers, they are soul-shattering mirrors of each other. For the female reader, this provides a mental map. Research published in Sexualities suggests that up to 90% of women utilize mental framing or storytelling to achieve arousal. Visual media often skips the why, but the classics, well, they're all about the why. Then, the genre took a turn for the paranormal. Enter authors like Kresley Cole, one of my personal favorites, and her Immortals After Dark series. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. I have the entire series in hardcover, well, half the series in hardcover, the rest of it in softcover. I've been a fan of hers for over a decade. So even I will read it every once in a while because it's something different, but paranormal romance, kind of up my alley. This genre here moved us away from the real-world hurdles of Danielle Steel and into the world that we call the fated mate. There's a specific psychological weight to this. A study from Agnes Scott College on consent in paranormal romance points out that tropes like the true mate bond serve as a narrative safety net. If a 1,200-year-old like Kate King is biologically destined to love you, it removes the fear of rejection. More importantly, it removes good girl guilt. In a world of fated mates, the attraction isn't a choice, it's a cosmic inevitability. This allows the reader to explore more aggressive primal dynamics within the safety of fantasy where the hero's devotion is literally supernatural. Now, of course, we can't talk about this subject without mentioning 50 Shades of Grey. Love it or hate it, it did change the market. But why did it explode the way it did? Psychologically, it wasn't about the quality of the prose. It was about the domestication of the alpha, a recurring theme in female-centric erotica, noted in various peer-reviewed analysis of the female gaze. It's the idea of a powerful, broken man who is only vulnerable with one person. It's the specialness factor. The reader isn't just observing a scene, she is vicariously experiencing being the sole focus of an all-powerful figure's attention. It's about being seen and prioritized, which studies show is a major driver in female sexual satisfaction. Often more so than physical mechanics depicted in visual content. Now, moving forward, we now get to the more current hardcore transition. And of course, I'm referencing books like Morning Glory Milking Farm. On the surface, this is freaking absurd. It's a book about a woman working on a farm for minotaurs. But if we look at the why, as noted in the 2024 analysis in ResearchGate, these monster romances are often a critique of modern life. I mean, think about this. The protagonist takes a strange job to pay off student debt. It's a reflection on late-stage capitalism. But beyond the social commentary, there's an alien factor to it. In these books, because the hero isn't human, the baggage of human gender role disappears. There's no toxic masculinity because he's a minotaur. It creates a safe space for safe transgression. You can explore the most extreme fantasies because the physical impossibility of the situation makes the emotional safety 100% guaranteed. It's the ultimate blank slate for the female gaze. So why the page over the screen? Well, it's because reading requires participation. It's the theater of the mind where the reader is the director. Visual adult content is often at the viewer. Erotic fiction, erotic literature is with the reader. It's about intimacy, agency, and the exploration of power dynamics in a very controlled environment. So whether it's Heathcliff on the moors or a minotaur on a farm, the thread remains the same. Women are reading for the emotional reality behind the physical act. It's about the audacity to want more than just a picture. It's to want the whole story. So that's my perspective on it. And if you found this deep dive really interesting, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my analysis, or go back and look at the other ones. And of course, if you want to support the channel just a little bit more, down in the link, or down in the description, there's a link for buymeacoffee.com/perspectives of Jerry. Go there, hit me a coffee. It helps keep the lights on. It helps keep me caffeinated. And it tells me that you are really enjoying these. As always, I'm Jerry. This has been a Perspectives of Jerry. I want you all to have a wonderful day. And do me a favor. Go read something interesting. We'll see you in the next one, folks.